My name is Brandie Posey. I'm a stand-up comedian, and I'm here to make you laugh. Is that the...
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Brandie Posey.
Yeah, I'm a Los Angeles comedian. I have a podcast called Lady to Lady, and then I do a show called Picture This that's comedians paired up with animators from Cartoon Network shows, and they live animate your jokes behind you. And it usually just devolves into a bunch of dicks being drawn on screen behind you, and then you yelling at bunches of dicks. So that's me. I'm a classy lady.
Hey, if we're gonna get along during my set, you guys, we need to agree on the premise of my first joke. The greatest sports movie trilogy of all time is the Mighty Ducks movies. Let's put it out there. I got one woo, everybody else is like, eh. Fuck you guys, I'm meeting you after the show on the street and I'm challenging you to a knife fight. And it's fine if you don't carry a knife, because guess what? I carry a second because I believe in good sportsmanship. Which I learned from the greatest sports movie trilogy of all time, the Mighty Ducks movies. Quack, 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 quack. My guy in the front row's not even with that part of the joke. It's cool.
I decided to make geek comedy because I am a geek, as you can tell by my glasses and my... I'm a ska kid, so I'm, I was in the marching band. I love things that are behind the scenes and weird. I don't know how to dance to pop music. I don't know how to talk to people with high heels in bars. So I needed, the world of geek it was there mostly as a necessity, so I had friends around me that I could talk to, and I didn't feel like a monster around.
I am from Maryland originally. I lived out in LA for 7 or 8 years. Is anybody here 20% white trash? I am, and I'm proud of it. No, it's 20% white trash is the perfect amount to be. It's the difference between being a redneck and being self-sufficient. That's where it is. I'm not a racist or a homophobe. Fuck those people, but I can change the oil in my car, and yeah, I do carry a knife. That's 20% white trash. Follow me down an alley and see what fucking happens. Perfect example of that, when I was just home over Christmas, my brother's Christmas present to me was dinner for 2 on Christmas Eve at Applebee's. So 30% white trash for Christmas. And while we were there, he was like, hey, this might be weird, but could you take a look at my OkCupid profile? Nobody's writing back to me. And I was like, okay, baby brother. My younger brother, the kid that learned what stoning was in Sunday school and then did it to me for 10 years of our childhood. Yeah, sure, I'll help make you more fuckable to strange women on the Lord's birthday. That feels like the way to spend Christmas. Why not? So looking at his page, and I was like, well, maybe we don't mention booze 5 times in 3 paragraphs. While also making our screen name Crunked on a Mountain. Do you want a girlfriend or a bro? What are you doing right now? He started getting really mad at me, and I was like, hey, calm down, dude. Maybe I'm not judging you, but maybe I'm not the person that should be giving you that advice. Think about it. And he's like, yeah, look at everything about dating somebody like you. Which shouldn't have made me angry because he is my brother. But it still kind of did, because fuck you, dude. Even with incest, you can do worse than this. I got all of my teeth, my car's paid for, and I hold down 2 jobs. And then I realized I was making that argument over an Applebee's 2 for $20. And it's an awkward moment in your life when you realize that one of the main reasons that you and your sibling never hooked up is because you're just not each other's types.
Yeah, my perfect holodeck experience would probably be Madison Square Garden in 1998. It's my favorite year of all the years. Yeah, the best things happened in 1998. Smash Mouth became huge. I don't know. That's all I
did start dating somebody last year. I was single for a long time, then I got a sweet boyfriend. Thank you for the applause. Fuck you, man. Let's go now. It's fine.
I'm going to talk about trapping a man with a baby, but it's not what you think.
I'll tell you how I did it. Decided I was tired of being single, wanted to go out into the world, find some love, so I trapped a man with a baby. I went into the woods, and I dug a pit, and I filled it with sharpened babies. Just covered it with reeds and was like, whatever falls in, I'm gonna marry it. It's the key to love. That didn't work. I had a plan B and a plan C in place. Plan B, you get a bucket of baby chum. Take it, you dump it in the water in the Malibu, so you see sharks circling, and you hang a baby from its wrist off of a cliff like this, just blowing the breeze. Use real babies, ladies, not decoy babies. Know what you're worth. You don't want a stupid man. If that didn't work, plan C, you get a piece of tough baby hide. For those that are I'm losing right now, understand that no babies were harmed in the writing of this joke. And if you're still upset, pretend that I own a time machine and I went back in time, kidnapped baby Hitler so I could skin him and find true love. So I've skinned the baby Hitler. You take that skin, you form it into a little box. You take a little leather box. You take that box into the woods. Prop that box up with a tiny little baby femur. Adorable bones, you guys. From their lack of use, you know what I mean? Baby Hitler's bone, it's okay, it's okay. You then take some baby sinew, braid it together, make a tiny little rope, tie it there, and then you go and you hide behind a tree. This mic stand is any tree you guys want it to be in this joke. This is your part of my set. It can be a mighty sequoia or a self-deprecating dogwood, whatever you need it to be. Hide behind my tree. What do you think you bait that trap with? Baby carrots. Because I don't know if you guys know this or not, men love carrots. It's the only vegetable they eat. The reason they do is because carrots are good for your eyesight. Without good eyesight, yeah, guys couldn't see all them titties. You know what I mean? That's why guys eat carrots. It's the only vegetable they eat. Hiding behind my tree, man comes along and he's like, are those carrots in the woods under a box? Pull that sinew, box falls down. True love in 2014, baby. That's how you do it. Fuck OK Cupid. Skin a baby.
Geek comedy sometimes works in stand-up clubs. It depends on the crowd by crowd. Sometimes it works. I mean, if you've got a bunch of like shitty weirdos that like bottle service, they're not going to think my sliders jokes are funny. But you know what? I don't want them to laugh at me, so it's fine. I have a thing where I don't like to entertain people that I'm not entertained by sometimes, and that's why I tend to get along really well with geek audiences, because I'm like, oh, these are great people. Like I want to make them laugh because I respect them as human beings. Then you go to like some shitty Sunset Boulevard clubs every once in a while, and you're like, oh no, you're just trash. You're weird trash. I don't want you to have a good time. I'll still do my jokes, and you'll just think that I'm weird, and we just won't speak the same language because you just don't understand who David Tennant is. That's fine. That's fine. Your loss. That's cool.
I'm pitching a new TV show, you guys. It's a mix of Quantum Leap and Sliders, where I leap into people about to eat sliders. I just want to get paid to eat mini cheeseburgers for a living. Is that anybody else's American dream, or is it just mine? I just want a paycheck with a memo line that says, paid for tiny cheeseburgers with tiny slices of cheese. So I can then fax that check to my father and say, college, that's why it happened.
I mean, geek comedy is going to be around forever because geeks are going to be around forever. I mean, they stay inside and they're not all going to die of skin cancer the way all these other idiots are in the world. Like, they're breeding the next generation, hopefully. Yeah, so as long as there are geeks, there will be geek comedy.
I'm pretty into pop culture more so than things like religion or politics, because fuck it. With politics, like, the end of the day, we're Democrats and Republicans, we're all just Quaid brothers, you know what I mean? Like, that's what it comes down to. You're either Dennis or you're Randy. Like, that's all we are at the end of the day. Democrats tend to be more like Dennis Quaid in that, like, he's generally respected for the most part. He was in the right stuff, but he's done some shitty things. He cheated on Meg Ryan. That sucks. But you know what? There's good there. All right, fine. Republicans, though, tend to be more like Randy Quaid, in that they're mostly known for being a crazy, ignorant redneck, except for that one time they saved the world from aliens at Independence Day. Never forget!
I love doing shows in Ventura because you guys treat comics well up here. You come up here and you get beer and you get pizza, and that's when you realize what an abusive relationship is, the comedy of Los Angeles actually is, because you get nothing there. You get audiences that just hate you, if you have audiences at all. Here we got people, we're hanging out in parking lots, everyone's nice. Like, this is the dream. Ventura is the dream. Fuck Los Angeles. Move to Ventura. Nobody moved to Ventura. It's perfect as it is.
Feel free to do this yourselves, guys. I recently added myself to my high school's notable alumni section on Wikipedia. You can just do that. You don't actually have to accomplish anything. You can just add yourself. Severna Park High School notable alumni. It's like 2 senators, the guy from Good Charlotte, and Brandie Posey. And then screen capped it and was like, yeah, that's out there. I feel good about that. I love Wikipedia because it really kind of, it humbles you in like a weird place in this world, because no matter how well I do in comedy in this life, nobody will ever lovingly craft my Wikipedia page the way that the people that made Scrooge McDucks did. Like, a fictional billionaire duck has more love on the internet than no matter what I do in this lifetime will ever receive. There are multiple generations that go back in his lineage of Wikipedia. It's insane. Paragraphs, pages. It's a novel on his Wikipedia page. You know, all that's linked to mine is my notable alumni thing that I did. I did that. It's the only thing that's there.
I'll be talking about an encounter with David Carradine that happened in Los Angeles 6 months before he died. That's a really good time.
I live in Hollywood, and like I really love running into celebrities there every once in a while, and like it's great because you just never. It's weird to see a person that you're used to seeing in 2D and 3D. Like when you get that extra dimension, you're like, huh, you're human in the world. Look how skinny and tan you are. That's so weird. Okay. And like, I'm gonna tell you guys my best celebrity story. 6 months before he died, I ran into Kung Fu Kill Bill David Carradine. Yeah, pretty fucking awesome. He's like the man. I was standing in line to go see a comedy show, and he walked out of a bar a couple doors down. Like, shirt unbuttoned to here. Old man chest hair just waving in the wind. And I shit you not, I'm not joking about this, gold dragon medallion just nestled right into the middle of everything. Because he lived it! He wasn't just that on screen. The man, he's awesome! I look over and I'm like giving him the one up and down, just like, oh my god, look at that, it's David Carradine, moving that from my 2D to my 3D list in my head. We make eye contact, dude beelines it over to me and my friend in line, puts his hands in the smalls of both of our backs and just goes, ladies, what are you doing tonight? I was like, probably going to the comedy show that I'm in line for. It's generally why you stand in a line. He looked at me and looked up at the marquee and he just goes, comedy. Comedy is a waste of your youth. Which is probably the meanest / truest statement that's ever been said to me. Because you guys are great, but for 3 years I ran a show in a bowling alley in Eagle Rock, California, where I performed for 2 homeless transients every fucking week. That was my Tuesday for 3 years. Yeah, comedy is a waste of my youth. It's okay. But fuck you, David Carradine, you don't get to judge me. I was like, what are you doing the rest of your night? He's like, I'm going home to paint on my computer. I was like, what, you got like MS Paint? You rocking MS Paint, Carradine? He was like, no, which definitely means yes, by the way. And I was like, don't get mad, dude. What's your subject matter? What do you paint, David Carradine? And he closed his eyes, tilted his head towards heaven, and he just went, naked ladies. And I was like, shit, I gotta see that sometime. So he pulled out a piece of paper, wrote down his email address, crumpled it up, pressed it against my collarbone, and just walked off into the night. Didn't say goodbye, just wooden pan flutes following him in the wind. So that's what happens when you're David Carradine. All right. And I looked at that piece of paper, and I can tell you guys what it said now. His email address was carradinedavid@AOL.com. So I was like, oh my god, it's amazing. So I went home and like put it on my GChat, and every day at like 3 o'clock he would sign online. And I was like, oh my god, David Carradine is painting naked ladies right now. It's like a weird thing to like know when a celebrity definitely has a boner. Like I knew that about a man with a full IMDb page for 6 months. That's a weird thing to know. And then 6 months later, he never signed on again. No. People get sad there. This is the thing, you guys. David Carradine died of autoerotic asphyxiation in Bangkok at 72. That is the definition of a blaze of glory. That's how we should all want to go out. What should you rather do, that or like die in a nursing home where your shitty grandkids have forgotten about you for 20 years? Fuck that. Give me a Thai lady boy in a country that I can't pronounce any day of the goddamn week. Thanks, guys. I'm Brandie Posey.
So cheap.